Hi guys, my name's Richard. Welcome to my brand new channel. This is going to be all about my new adventures because, as some of you may be aware, I like to do a lot of outdoorsy stuff, bushcraft, metal detecting, etc, etc. And it wasn't so long ago that I actually used to have a camper van that I'd converted myself. It was a Ford Transit on a 06 plate. It was a high roof, long wheelbase. I did all the conversions myself on it. My dad gave me a hand with it, but it was kitted out pretty well, to be honest with you. It was it got its own night heater in it, diesel night heater. It was fully insulated. It got solar panels on the roof, along with two leisure batteries, both 100 amp hour each. I did all the electrics for that myself, which was then connected to a 1000-watt inverter, pure sine wave. And yeah, I used to go all over the country with that, and it was absolutely brilliant, and I loved it. I'm sure I'll put in the video somewhere some pictures of it once it was all done. There aren't many interior pictures of it, but I certainly remember that I've got a few of the exterior pictures. But yeah, basically what it is I work all over the country in a lot of quarries and stuff like that, and when it comes to the weekends, that's my time. And I don't like bricks and mortar. I never have done. I don't like the fact of living in a house, etc, etc. So I suppose some of you may call that van life. I certainly did for 2 years while I was living in it, and like I say, I loved every moment of it. Unfortunately, I came round to an MOT one year and it needed £1,900 worth of welding doing to it. Unfortunately, I'd put all that effort in, eggs in baskets, as some of you may say, and because mechanically it was sound. Unfortunately, it was an old tired vehicle structurally, and I simply couldn't afford it at the time. Well, I could have afforded it, but it would have been a lot of money to put into a vehicle that had already cost me a substantial amount of money anyway, on the stuff that I'd put in it, kitting it out, etc, etc. And at the time, for me, it simply wasn't worth it. So, as most of the lads do that I work with, I decided to go back to using a caravan and park up on the sites that they normally park up on when we're working away. Like I say, I'm from Nottinghamshire myself, and typically I can be travelling up to 300 miles away, depending on what sites I'm working on, where my company want me to go to, etc, etc. So yeah, so I thought that I'd create myself a channel, because I'm going to get out of the rat race, because I'm sick of the rat race. We go to school, we get told that we buy a house, go out, get a job, pay taxes, get married, have kids, and unfortunately a lot of people do that and then they die, and at no point do they live. This is just my opinion, by the way. A lot of people are very, very focused on going out and working hard, because they believe that if they go out and work hard, that means that they're then going to be able to enjoy life. And it doesn't quite work like that. At least certainly in my experience it doesn't. Because you don't need money to enjoy life. You simply need to live and do things that you enjoy. And so yeah, like I said, I decided that I was going to make a channel, obviously hence Richard's Adventures. It's actually inspired, I was thinking about it some time about making the video, or making the channel, but the person who actually inspired me was actually my ex-wife, because she's actually just started a channel herself. It's called The Wonderful Life of Dolly. I'll certainly leave a description in the bottom, so you guys can check that out. She's got her fella Steve. He's a brilliant guy. What an absolute legend. He's so funny, he really is. And thankfully, even though me and Dolly are actually in the process of getting a divorce at the minute, there's zero animosity. We're very much all good friends, and I know that in a moment's notice, with a phone call and an emergency, I could call upon those two, and I'd like to think that they know that I'd be able to do the same for them. So yeah, that's brilliant. So yeah, obviously check out the description. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description below. Go check her out. She gets up to all sorts. She's bonkers. I will pre-warn you. She is bonkers. She's just getting her channel started, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a channel, and it's gonna be based around van life, because I've got full intentions of getting back into all of that. I'm currently in the process of getting rid of some debts, which is going to run me up to about December, at which point I'm then going to be looking at getting sorted out, saving up with the intentions of buying another van, because I'm in a Ford Cougar at the minute. It's a template. It's a very, very nice car. I've got no objections to it. Unfortunately, doesn't allow me to do what I want to do with it, as in the weekends away and stuff like that. So one of my first videos, and probably the video after this one, is going to be a very short video just showing you what I've done to my Ford Cougar, because I've decided that I'm going to put a bed in the back of it. Some of my friends might be thinking, how the hell are you going to do that, Rich? You're 6'2". Yes, I am. And that was a challenge. So I got myself on the internet, I got myself on YouTube, and just to have a look, see if anybody else had done a Ford Cougar, and it turns out that they had. You guys over in the States will know that a Ford Cougar is actually a Ford Escape, and a lot of people over in the States have converted Ford Cougars, or Ford Escapes, into car campers, if you will. I've got a nice roof box on the top, which gives me loads and loads of storage. I absolutely love that. And so yeah, I'm basically going to convert the back of the vehicle to give me a day camper, if you will. It's not going to be something that I would want to stay in for a week or any longer than that. I would be able to at a push. Like I say, I do a little bit of bushcraft, so I'm no stranger to when it comes to a little bit of discomfort, if you will. Although when I do go out into the wilderness and I decide that I'm staying out for a couple of days, which isn't uncommon, I tend to get myself very, very comfortable, simply because I like the outdoors that much. So yeah, hopefully in the future I'll be doing some videos on that sort of things as well. Like I say, tutorial videos, back to basics, starting fires, making shelters, etc., etc. So yeah, that should be about it as well. Yeah, like I say, metal detecting as well. Going to be going out doing bits and bobs like that. Definitely going to be doing you guys some videos on my metal detecting and stuff like that. I love it. It's brilliant. 90% of the time, I prefer to be out on beaches metal detecting. One, because I don't like walking around in muddy fields. I'm not that kind of metal detectorist. I'm more about finding stuff that's potentially being dropped recently, rather than looking for relics and stuff like that. I'm more about treasure hunting, if you will. Gold, silver, coins, etc., etc. I do like stuff like that, and I enjoy the treasure hunting side of things. So yeah, hopefully, like I say, there should be some videos there for you as well, which you'll hopefully enjoy. can't really think of an awful lot else to say. So other than that is, please like, subscribe, hit that little bell button, that annoying little bell button where you have to click it and then decide how many times you want to see somebody's stuff, whether it's all of the time for every single video that they do. I think that's really annoying. And just to clarify as well, guys, my dad actually asked me this the other day, because I've actually got another YouTube channel that I'm kind of working on at the minute. I won't put a link to that in the bottom. It's something that I'm deciding as to whether I'm going to pursue it or not. But I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was under the impression, as most people would be that are quite logical, the button that is called subscribe on YouTube, he was under the impression that you have to pay for that, which rightly so, actually, because a subscription, you would assume, actually costs you money, and the one on YouTube doesn't. It doesn't cost you anything at all. If anything, it should be called follow, not subscribe, because to subscribe to something, you would automatically assume that it costs you money, and I can assure you it absolutely does not. So yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it won't cost you a penny. All it will simply do is, when I get a video uploaded, and anybody else for that matter that does YouTube videos and stuff, and you want to subscribe to their channel as well, it doesn't cost you anything. It's zero. It should be called follow rather than subscribe. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully you guys will like the video, and please keep your eye out for the next one, which will probably be me doing a short video on how I've gone about arranging the vehicle so that I can be out at the weekends in it after work, and then I can have a couple of days maybe over at the coast and sleep in the back. And I'll show you how I'll go about doing that as well, because of course that's going to involve yeah, that'll definitely involve some cooking as well, I should imagine, and yeah, how I store my clothes in it, etc, etc. Like I say, I've got a roof box as well, so how I store stuff up there, and then I'll take it from there. And that's about it, guys. So yeah, like I say, like and subscribe. I'll see you all very soon.